Hey, Andy here from buildahottub.com. In this video, I'm going to talk about some alternatives to chlorine for your hot tub. So let's go ahead and take a look. So chlorine in our hot tubs has pretty much been the default sanitizer for years and years and years. And in this video, I'm going to talk about some of the alternatives because I know a lot of you out there either don't like the smell that chlorine has, or it can be quite an irritant to the skin. So if you do have sensitive skin, then chlorine in your hot tub isn't really going to work for you. So in this video, we're going to look at some of the alternatives, and hopefully by the end you'll have a good idea of what you can use instead of chlorine. Now, before we get going, always a great opportunity for me to say please do subscribe to the channel, hit that notification icon to be notified when my videos go live. I do 2 long form videos just like this every single week, a whole bunch of shorts, and everything on my channel focuses on DIY hot tubs, plunge pools, parts and chemicals, as we can see here as well. So with that out the way, let's look at the first alternative to chlorine, and that is bromine. Now, bromine works in very much the same way as chlorine, but on the plus side, it doesn't have the same odor and it is much more gentle on the skin. So as I said, if you have sensitive skin, then bromine might be an option for you. You don't need to change anything on your hot tub setup. So you use the same filters, you use the same parts, you don't need any additional, we'll call it technology or plumbing. You simply change over the chemical that you're using. You add it in the same way. In terms of price, it's very similar as well. So bromine is the first alternative that you can use instead of chlorine in your hot tub. Next, ozone. So ozone is not really a replacement for chlorine. It works alongside chlorine or indeed bromine, but it does kill all the bad stuff that is inside of your hot tub. Now with ozone, you do need an ozone generator, so there is some technology there and you will need it to be plumbed into your hot tub. Ozone's been around for ages, and if you've watched my videos on this channel or the blog over at buildahottub.com, you'll know that I'm not a fan. So I tried to put ozone on my own hot tub. It leaked like mad. I couldn't get it to work. I ended up ripping it out and throwing it away, and it just didn't work. I couldn't get it to work on my tub. So the whole idea of ozone is that it reduces the amount of chemical that you need to add to basically sanitize your tub. So ozone, in addition to something like bromine or chlorine, you can use reduced amounts of bromine and chlorine to achieve the same end result, which is a nice clear and healthy water in your hot tub. Now, on all of my builds that I've designed for customers over the years, I've never put ozone in there because I'm not a fan. As an alternative, I tend to put in UV systems. So UV, again, it's not so much an alternative to chlorine, it works alongside. Just like ozone, if you have an UV system on your hot tub, then you can use reduced amounts of chemicals, again, to achieve the same end result. The UVC kills all the bad stuff, and you're really adding the chemical to keep the water clear, because you actually have to have something in the water that's kind of active rather than the UV, which is somewhat passive, but as I said, it does kill everything. So UV is a great means of sanitizing your tub, but you can't just use UV on its own. It needs to be used in conjunction with something that you're going to put into the water to help keep it nice and clear. So this brings me on to my preferred alternative to chlorine, and that is active oxygen. Okay, so what is active oxygen? Well, active oxygen really is a generic term for O3. O3 is basically the natural substance ozone, and we've already spoken about ozone and how we can use an ozone generator to help with the sanitation on our hot tubs. Not my favourite, however, but active oxygen is basically the same thing. How can that be, I hear you ask? Well, as I said, active oxygen is a kind of a generic marketing term, and it's been used lots and lots in things like clothes washing, for example, anything with oxy action or any kind of oxy to do with a cleaning product is based around active oxygen or O3. Now, for our hot tubs in chemical form or powdered form that we can actually add to the water, in high doses, it's known as non-chlorine shock. And in lower doses, it's known as active oxygen. However, its actual name, let's see if I can get this right, is potassium peroxymonosulfate, or KMPS for short. So that's basically, if we're going to generalize it, make it as simple as possible, it's basically a powdered form of ozone. Now, I'm sure there's chemists out there that will hate that analogy that I've created, but that's basically what it is. It's O3, it's in a powdered form that you add to your hot tub. It doesn't have the smell, it's perfectly natural, and it does the job of chlorine, but without the chemical. So for me, if you're looking for an alternative to chlorine, active oxygen is the way forward. It has all of the benefits of chlorine and it kills all the bad stuff, keeps your water looking great, but it isn't a harmful chemical, and you can, for example, you can empty your hot tub water onto your garden if you're using active oxygen, and it's not going to kill all your plants in your lawn. You can't do that with chlorine, and it's not advisable with bromine either. So that's the kind of difference. So for me, if you're looking for an alternative to chlorine, doesn't smell, kind of on the skin, more natural, active oxygen is the way forward. If you're wondering where to get it, you can get it, of course, from my online store. Blatant plug there, and the links will be underneath this video. Hopefully you found this short video useful. I appreciate the view. Thanks ever so much for watching. I will see you on the next video. If you've liked this video, please do like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you on the next video.